Yo, what is up, man? And girl,
How are you?
Hey.
How are you doing?
Serp, you had a good day today.
It was a fun day. Yeah, it was really fun. I know you were really busy today as well.
Yeah, man. It was just work had me over 3 hours, and since I worked third shift, I didn't even get home till like 8:30, and slept at 9. Then I still woke up on my normal time because I still wanted to get YouTube done, but I couldn't stream. So, and I had to get ready for the podcast and everything else that we had to do. But tomorrow we'll be back at it. Ruthless, how was your day?
Good. I just chilled around and watched everybody else stream. I guess I played with Boosh. We played some Dead by Daylight, on her stream. So that was fun.
That game is so much fun. I love it.
Do you normally play Dead by Daylight at all, like off stream, or what do you do?
I play it in I was talking to them actually about it today, about how the only times I've ever played Dead by Daylight is for other people's streams. Like, I don't play it by myself. It's just like, oh, you want to play my stream? I'm like, yes, please.
That's exactly. I've never streamed Dead by Daylight, but I played on the squad stream. I played on Greg's stream every time. So it's always like, you need a player? Okay, I'll play.
Yeah, I'll play. I'm not good,
Really fun
but
game.
I can do the generators and die,
Dead by Daylight's like one of those games that you almost rather have a team than just play with Randy's, right? Because I guess they could be toxic in the game.
Do you rather play as a killer or survivor?
Survivor. I've only played as killer like twice, and I'm so bad. Like, it's probably good I play as killer because then I let the people win. I'm letting them win. It's not that I'm bad or anything.
For sure.
But yeah, Survivor.
The two games that you main, well, I guess you play Fallen Order as well, right? Okay. So you play kind of like I see you play Force Unleashed. I see you playing Fallen Order. Then you play Red Dead Redemption. And of course, you play Battlefront 2. We all do.
Yes.
Out of all those games, which one would you consider your main game?
I don't know. Battlefront has always been kind of a constant. A lot of my games, I do like democracy in my chat where like people submit games and then they all vote on all the games that they submit, and I just play whichever one they want. So we're about to find a new one in a little bit. I think we're going to play Jedi Fallen Order again. But
to get it with mods. The mods
yes.
are fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, and Grandmaster. We're playing at Grandmaster. So
okay, yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
The hype for Fallen Order 2 for me is pretty real. I enjoy
so
that
excited.
so much. So I'm ready to get more lore. Anything that follows like a surviving member of Order 66 is really intriguing to me. I love that type of plot line, like Ahsoka, Cal Kestis, those type of stories, and then Kenobi, life after Order 66 I just love that plot line. I'm really excited to see where Cal Kestis goes with it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do you think could be the villain in Fallen Order 2?
I don't even know. Lots of people have been talking about how they'd like to see Maul show up, but I don't know if that would happen. I don't know. We'll probably get more Inquisitors and new Inquisitors or something like that, but I don't know. They can go anywhere with it. I'm like, I don't even know.
Maul's one of those characters that he's such a fan favorite. Everybody wants him everywhere. But to me, I love Maul. He's awesome. He's not in my top 10, but of course I love the character. I just don't want him used every single place, like every time. And if they put him in Fallen Order 2, he could start being that character that you just see everywhere. Everyone says Ahsoka's like that too, but not really. She has her two little timelines: the Rebels, Mandalorian timeline, and then the Clone Wars. I think her character definitely fits there, but you put Maul in everything now. Yeah. I don't know. I'm leaning towards like another Inquisitor, or they could bring in a watered down Gal America Starkiller as another Inquisitor. That'd be fun. I don't know who would win that fight. Cal Kestis in a watered down.
I don't know. Depends on how watered down.
Yeah. And you played C-3PO mod.
Yes.
I never seen that before. How did that go?
That was so. I didn't play video games as a kid. So video games in my life is very like a new development. Like I played on the Wii and played some PC games here and there, but like I wasn't a big gamer as a kid because my parents didn't allow it in our household. So The Force Unleashed was like totally new to me because I'm not used to those old games. So it was kind of clunky and awkward for me just because I wasn't familiar with the controls. So playing it as C-3PO, as this OP like Sith Lord kind of figure, made it like so much more fun. And the memes, all the memes, it made the whole game just a huge meme of C-3PO going to take over the galaxy.
That's awesome.
That is like in my head. I think Force Unleashed has this amazing graphic engine, and then when you go back and when you rewatch it, it's just your kid brain thinking it was the coolest game at the time. I
Yeah.
think that was Zelda, and Link is like I could draw better than what Link is in the Nintendo 64 version. So I completely understand that. So we kind of have like a system and order here. You currently streaming Battlefront 2 and Red Dead. So Red Dead is very interesting to me. To be honest, I never see many people, at least in the community. You're the only one that streams it, the whole community, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
What is your goal when you start streaming Red Dead Redemption? Like, are you doing the story or is it the multiplayer or what do you got going on?
So we're streaming through the whole story. We're doing Arthur and the gang and going through it. And I don't know, it's been hard to find the balance because a lot of it is like, let's go hunting and let's go fishing to make money. So it's like trying to find the balance between doing that and also doing the storyline. But it's just lots of fun. It's one of my favorite video games. I'm glad my community wanted me to play it. So that's the only reason I'm playing it is because they voted for it. But it's one of my favorite games. Like Jedi Fallen Order and Red Dead are like tied for my favorite. So I'm really excited to be playing it on stream.
That's awesome. That you think the community voting has like propels your stream because they get to vote. Like normally people main Battlefront 2, someone can come in and say, "Hey, I want you to play Call of Duty," and we're like, "Nope, still playing."
Yeah, no.
You let the community decide. Do you think that's really working for you?
I think it's fun. It comes kind of from the weird way that I joined Twitch, and a lot of my community is not very like Twitch. Like they didn't come from Twitch. They came from like my TikTok or my Instagram and stuff. So I'm very like community oriented, and I'm like, I don't know if I assume they're all Star Wars people because I'm a Star Wars cosplayer, but like I'm like I don't know what they want to see, and especially since there's lots of Star Wars games, but there's not like new Star Wars games. I know you talked about this with Heath and Mads a little bit. And so it's like interesting. It's an interesting way for me to say, here's all the games that exist out there. What other things other than Star Wars are you people that like watching me interested in? Like what is there? And so I think it helps because one, it's like sometimes I get to play like a game like Force Unleashed where I've never played it before and probably wouldn't have played it otherwise. Like I probably wouldn't have chosen it for myself, but like it was interesting and fun to play and the people enjoyed it. So they came to the streams and they chatted and it became a meme. So I kind of like the like democratic way of it. And like, yeah, I kind of have a veto where like if they chose something that I really didn't want to play, I could say no, but I kind of like the whole democratic, like this is a community, let's everyone have like a little bit of a voice in what happens in the community.
I like that a lot because it gets everyone involved. It's like it's really cool because like when you stream it, everyone can say like, "Oh my gosh, I chose that for a stream." So it's like, it's really cool.
Sir, at the time when I first got on TikTok, Serp was the biggest TikToker I knew, and then you stroll in here. And so how
like, screw you, Serp. It's like I'm not here anymore.
I don't want to talk to Serp anymore. So, so we got to use these podcasts to kind of like learn, so we can all learn. Everyone has something else that they can bring to the table. Yours is TikTok. How can you remember when something went viral, and can you kind of walk us through like the steps and how many months it took to get where you were at before you started streaming?
So I started TikTok about last May, like May 2020. So I've been on TikTok like a year and a little bit. I didn't start streaming till this past like beginning of February is when I really started streaming. And that's because I hit 35K on TikTok.
Small
well, TikTok numbers and Twitch numbers are different. It's like how YouTube and it's all different.
How it just like TikTok, once it grows, it just shoots up. I know a Warzone TikToker, and he had like 2,000, and then like the next day he had 7, and then 10, and then he just blew up from there. It's really weird, but that's something I definitely want to study and figure out because I posted the same video yesterday, or no, it was 2 days ago. It's a Count Dooku lightsaber, and on TikTok it has 200 views. On Instagram it has 1,300 views. And on YouTube, it has like 700 views. And I'm like, I thought TikTok is supposed to be the #1 way to get views, and it's the lowest right now for me. So either I'm doing wrong hashtags, people just don't like
TikTok's been weird. I think so. TikTok just barely rolled out this pay to get views thing. And so lots of people are feeling like the pain of TikTok, and people are wondering if it's not that they're trying to like force people into views. But we don't know if that's actually a thing. But TikTok is really like, there's no knowing. And that's something about going viral. Like I have a video that has like 600,000 views. I don't know why that one video has 600,000 views. Like, yeah, it's a funny video, but I've made other videos that are similar that like only got like 500 views, you know? So it's like, I don't know what it is. You just try your best.
I wish I could hire somebody from Team YouTube, Team TikTok, and the analytic team and ask them, because I personally believe my worst YouTube video I ever made is my #1 video. And I'd say that to Serp all the time. It's this Darth Treya video that I threw together. I had no content that day. I was like, I'm just going to make this real quick. It took me like 1 hour. Most of my videos take like 5 hours. Threw it up on YouTube, and it's my #1 video. And I'm like, no,
that's how it is.
Like, why is this?
It's always the BS video you make in 2 seconds that like takes off. And you're like, I freaking sat and edited that video for like 30 minutes. And that one that I like just filmed and posted, that's it. You're like, great.
I looked into it a little bit, and what I saw was that, so I uploaded 3. And at the same time, like I did this at like, I'm talking like 3, 4 in the morning. Like I was just like, okay, let me just get these 3 out. They were mod videos. It was a Vader cracked helmet. It was an Ahsoka one. And it was like an Rex one, I believe, or something like that. The Ahsoka and Rex one were about 1,000 views, 500 to 1,000, give or take. And the Vader one ended up reaching past 100,000. And I didn't understand it. I was like, why? Like I just uploaded these all at the same time. I thought people would like Ahsoka more than a battle damage Vader. Like, how does this make sense? But when I looked into it more, is that there's a certain like, and I'm sure you know this because you obviously do your research on this, especially because you're very, you have a high role in this TikTok community. But I would say I saw that #1, time duration. So if you have like a 15-second video, they want to know, they're going to bring it out to an audience. And depending on how that does with a small audience, so say like you reach out to 100 people and say 87 out of the 100 watched it for more than 9 seconds. Well, okay, now it's going to go to the next audience and the next one and the next one. And it goes larger and larger and larger every time. And that's how it has a more expanded reach. And when I noticed with that Vader video, it was only like 6 seconds. Like I only did it for like 6 seconds. So you probably got more watch time watching that 6 seconds than like a 20-second video. It's just something I picked up on. I don't know anything, but it was
I try to keep all my videos at least under 30 seconds. Like I just barely got access to the new 3-minute video that you can. I'm never uploading a 3-minute video because people don't watch a 1-minute video I make, especially my kind of content and like stream content and stuff like that. I usually try to keep it like under 20 seconds.
Yeah, I get that.
With the content that you have now, do you see a trend on what's more popular on your TikTok? Is it your cosplay or is it now your stream stuff? Or what's if you need views today, what video are you going to post?
I don't know. Trilla always does really well. People like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And like Marin sometimes does good, but Trilla cosplay videos, people always really like those. So I don't know why.
Oh.
And then they just started asking in the comment section to stream, and then you just finally started seeing it over and over again, and then you're just like, oh, okay, what do you want me to stream at, and I'll do it.
Well, so I created a Discord for my TikTok community, and I sent people there, and I had created a little community on there, and I was like, hey, I'm about to hit 35K. What do you guys want me to do? And they're like, you need to stream. Because they wanted me to stream Jedi Fallen Order because I cosplay from Jedi Fallen Order. So they were like, we want to watch you play it. We want to watch you play it. And so I was like, well, I don't have a PC. How am I going to stream this? And I had I don't remember what his name is. He's one of those people that like he was a good mod and stuff for me at the beginning, but like fell off in the first month or so. But he like got on a voice call with me and sat and talked me through streaming off of my Xbox and streaming from my Xbox and how easy it was. And I was like, okay. And so like I gave it a shot and it all broke down. Like my first 3 streams were like technical difficulties everywhere. But I finally figured it out and I bought like a webcam that could connect to my Xbox. And that's how it started. And then I never stopped streaming.
I love how almost every single person that streams, unless you're just like a celebrity child that gets thrown into streaming or something, you always have those technical difficulties. Like even with this new mic, it took me like 2 streams to figure it out. I'd go back and watch the rebroadcast. I was like, oh great, I didn't have sound for 30 minutes. Or oh great, my voice was a robot for 20 minutes and no one told me. And I'm like, so you just go through these growing pains. And Serp had them with the sound issues way back in the day before I even had a beard. I didn't even have a beard back then. You just having sound issues. So, so you just grow.
I was streaming from an iMac. I used to originally stream from my Xbox app, and it was horrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
One of the most amazing things about Twitch, and we stress this a lot. The 4 of us, Bubba, Warrior, Chronic, and I, we stress this a lot that take Twitch as an opportunity and what you make from Twitch invest back into the stream. Like every single penny I earn from Twitch, I always invested back. Like, this PC right here wouldn't have happened without Twitch. Everything, the shore, everything. Like, and we are really, really big on that. Just to constantly look for improvements. I'm personally looking at an improvement to upgrade a camera. Now that I'm using a face camera, I want to upgrade to maybe a 4K camera down the road. And it's always great to look for those opportunities to improve. So
yeah, the camera's on our radar next. There's just so much you can do with it. I mean, I could do a review on these roll of action figures I have. Celebration comes up, I can take it off the mount. It doesn't just have to be a webcam. I can take it to Celebration, and who knows the memories you can get with a camera just walking around Celebration. JT Starkiller took our pictures at Anaheim. And it was like, just looking back on it, it's just some of the best memories that you can have. And then with a 4K, I mean, man, you could do some, like, just imagine if you meet Ashley Eckstein and then you just clip a picture with that 4K camera, be money shot. So, I mean, you can use all these things. And like everyone's like, man, I don't know if I can buy a PC. I'm like, it will be it's literally where your job is. Like, I go to work like right here. It does everything for me. I play games, make YouTube, I do the podcast. I mean, there's so much uses for the computer. So I always recommend people to get a PC. One, spend a little bit of money on it. Go a little bit overboard because the PCs will last you for multiple years, and then you can just upgrade it from there. And Serp, like you're already about to start upgrading yours, and you've had yours for what, October?
Face camera?
No, the
PC.
I was gonna say, okay, because I was like, the face camera's been like 2 weeks. No, yeah,
no. He's had that face camera probably longer than he's had.
I've had it since October. It's true. I've had the face camera since October, but I haven't started using it since like 2 weeks ago. No. The PC, yeah, I'm looking into investing into a gaming PC for a dual PC setup, but I've had the PC since October, and it was one of the best investments. I built my own. I didn't think I could do it. I thought if I was gonna build it, it would blow up the Death Star. I didn't think I was gonna be able to build it, but
he's gonna blow.
Helped me on a Discord call throughout the entire time, and it was worth it. It was one of the best investments.
Well, and Ruth, what is your goal? Like, what is it? What's your next upgrades for the stream? If you could pick one thing right now that could help your stream so much, what do you think it would be?
I don't know. I need to look into like adding more, like y'all have your cool like sound things that people can do. I've looked into those, but also people like spam those. So that like makes me worried. But also I need a new mic. This one was like a cheap budget one. So I think like if I'm going to buy like hardware, a new mic would be probably what I'm looking at.
What mic are you using right now?
Razer Mini.
Yeah, we had, I started out with like a $30-$40 mic from Amazon, and then we upgraded to the Yeti, and then we upgraded to this. The Yeti is really good, but the problem is like if you're in like this podcast right here, you can't put sound dampeners on it. So it'll like, if there's a fly in the corner back there, it's gonna pick it up.
Luckily, now we have mic.
Hey, that was me too.
Yeah, but I think everyone's just, as long as you can hear your voice and it doesn't pick up like the air conditioner or the fan in the background, I think you're good to go for the time being.
The roommates screaming upstairs.
Yeah, that can be a problem. I always make sure I shut my door because my nieces and nephews get dropped off at 3, and I start my stream at 3, and they come in, they're like, "Where's the food? I have homework," and there's just chaos. Like the beginning scene of Home Alone. That's what my house is right when I started stream. So without this mic, it'd be chaos. I would have to like delay stream everything. Yeah. When did the moment where you're streaming really click for you?
I don't know. So I didn't watch Twitch before I started streaming. So I was totally new to the whole world of Twitch when I started streaming. So I'm trying to think of where to start all of this. So I was new to the world of Twitch. So I don't know, I was just figuring it out. And I was listening to when you talked to Mads last week. She was talking about how Techno was the first Battlefront person she found, and that was me too. I actually rated Techno on one of my first streams, and he was so awesome and so nice, and I was like, this is so cool. And like, it's the first time I actually thought, hey, maybe I can like make friends from doing this. Like, this isn't just a singular thing. Like, I had other friends from TikTok that streamed, and so I like kind of was in their streams, but like I never thought that like I could create a community from here. And another one, I think Serp rated me. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, he rated me on one of my earlier streams. And I remember going into Serp's, like later, going into Serpent's chat just to like say hi and just like see what was up. Because you were a partner. You were like a big deal. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't think I was at the time.
You weren't at the time?
I don't know.
You had lots of followers.
You started in January, right?
Like early February, so it would have been like mid-February when you rated me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Well, you were a big deal, no matter if you were a partner or not.
I wasn't partner yet.
But like, it was the whole thing with like Mad's experience where she came into your chat and you were just so nice and you were so excited to have me there, and you were like, "Hey, we rated you, hi," and I was like, you know who I am, you know, because I was just like a small little streamer at that point. But like, it was so cool coming into your like environment and then getting to know all the people that were in your streams and having them come into my stream and going to their streams. And it started the whole community. And then when you started talking about Vaders Fist, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But it was probably finally like figuring out, like with Techno and you and things like that, where it was like figuring out, oh, this isn't just me like every once in a while when I'm not doing TikTok sitting on front of a screen streaming. This is like something that could become a community, something that could become more than that.
That's what a lot of people like when I started, I thought I was going to do YouTube full time. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'll stream like Twitch like 1 or 2 times a week. Like if that, YouTube was like my focus. Cause like I always like when I started streaming and when I first started making Star Wars content, what my dream come true was to be an EA game changer. That was like my biggest, I'm serious. Like that was what I wanted to do. So all these YouTubers, I was like, I want to make YouTube content. I was like, all right, let me try streaming on Twitch. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And like, it's like an addiction. You have so much fun, regardless of who you're hanging out with. You can hang out with 1 people or 40 people. Obviously when you started, you had a platform, you had a community that you grew. But when you first start, like you just love the feeling of just hanging out with people and like, you know, getting to speak to them, reading in the chat, meeting other Star Wars fans, just meeting other people that have the same interest in you. And then from there, you just fall in love with it. And now look at you, you're practically a full-time streamer in a nutshell. Like you stream 4 to 5 times a week and you enjoy what you do. You still make incredible TikTok content and you have a community that's grown so much in just the span of 3 months. Like what?
No, like, it's crazy. And it's been very much like baptism by fire, because obviously I wasn't familiar with Twitch, so it was weird. But one of my favorite things about Twitch is like on TikTok, I have the comment section and people comment in the comment section. But I love the fact that with Twitch, you interact with the people watching your content. Like, yeah, you're providing content for people and entertainment, but like you're also interacting with them and chatting with them and getting to know them. Like there's so many people that have been commenting on my TikTok videos for like months and months and months that like now we're like friends, you know, because I finally got to interact with them while I was playing video games, and now with the Discord and everything, you can interact. And that's something that like, I'm so glad I started Twitch streaming so that I could have that connection with people instead of just being like a content creator. I'm like also a content creator with friends. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, you have your offline content, which is basically TikTok, and then a couple of days a week you're hanging out with your community. You can I love streaming because you might be playing said game, Halo, Battlefront 2, Sea of Thieves, or Red Dead, but if you really want to, you can just look at chat, change your screen to just chatting, and you can just hang out and have fun. Like if a conversation starts, I'm never afraid to just talk about that topic. Like if the chat's just popping and it's going, well, for the next 20 minutes, we'll just talk about it. And then, who knows what comes from it. The game is just eye candy, I guess. It's just right there for the user. But when the chat really wants to talk and engage, it's right there. And you can't do that on TikTok. I mean, you might be able to do a live video or whatever, an AMA on TikTok.
It's bad. It's not very good for communication on TikTok. Right.
And then just like that with on Instagram, YouTube, you're only going to get those comments, and you can only type and text back so fast. And it's not even, if you're those how you're trying to have a serious conversation through text, and then someone takes it the wrong way and it was actually a joke or something. Well, on Twitch, you can show your emotion and get it out and everything. And it just builds the community. Like even if it's if you're somebody in Vaders Fist and you have 1 to 2, 3 viewers, or you're somebody like Serper DC who's already partner, just communicating with your whoever's wanting to engage, it just builds that relationship so much more. And that's why I love it so much. Like my mod team has been there since I probably had my same mods since like August, and they're like, we're always talking, whether it be in the Discord, the group chat, the Twitch, on YouTube. I mean, they're everywhere. Any type of content I make, they're there. And it's not because they expect, like I expect it. They just want to support. And then I'm in their streams too, whenever they stream, or if they want to have an Instagram post or whatever. It's just because we want to support friends now. It's not that follow for follow stuff. I hope you dodge that bullet. Hey, do you know what I'm talking about? The follow.
Yes, no, I am on TikTok, so I saw a lot of that, especially when I started Twitch. I got onto Twitch Talk, where people give like their little tidbits of advice, which some of it is good, but yeah, there's a lot of follow for follow
like
stuff that you're like,
drop your
no, thank you. Yeah. I'll raid you if you drop your Twitch in the comments.
Yeah, I have seen.
You go to sleep with 200 followers, you wake up with 150, and you're like, "What just happened? Where'd my followers go?" It's because they used you, and then you got to go through there and waste your time figuring out who unfollowed you just so you can be petty and unfollow them back. So if you're out there, the follow for follow is just not the way. It needs to be like, if you go into someone's chat and if you genuinely don't connect with that person, then don't hang out there. But in this community, I would say not 19 out of 20 people I can connect with. I mean, with Star Wars or anything. Like I played Red Dead. I can come to your chat and then chat up Red Dead if I need to. Yeah. We would just have fun. You need to genuinely want to be there, grow the community that way. And if you just don't vibe with a person, that's fine. You don't have to do a follow for follow. I mean, just there's other people to support, especially in this community. I mean, it's a big one now. We have Guardians, Vaders Fist, and we're going to keep growing from here. So we have Sea of Thieves people coming in now, Daisy. I have high hopes for the Halo community, which brings us to the next topic. You're allowing your community to vote for games, but is there one game where you're just like, that's going to be it? That's what I'm waiting for. Is there a new game on the horizon, or what do you think is going to be the outlook of your stream coming up?
I don't know. I don't really have a game that's like that, because Jedi Fallen Order is always like been my main game. So I don't know. Like I'd like to stream like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've not been able to play that, but I'd really like to play that. So that might be fun to play on stream. Like my community really wants me to stream, what's it called? Detroit Becomes Human. I'm not familiar with the game, but they really want me to stream that. So that might be something in the future. And obviously we're most likely going to be playing Jedi Fallen Order again. So that's the future.
Like your community already has like the mindset that you're not really into multiplayer games. You just kind of do like a campaign story driven game. And that's really cool because that's my, I say that's my like inner gamer in me, is I love the story games, but I played competitive Halo for 16 years. So I could throw myself under the bus on that one. But the campaign games, whether it be Fallen Order, Knights of the Republic, I love those. But every time I stream them, they don't perform as well. But you see exactly the numbers that you're looking for in growth and everything just by playing these variety campaign games. So that's awesome that you've already established that most people can't do that.
I love my story games.
Yeah, so you're right there. So like most people have the problem like we can't switch games. We're stuck in a certain game. You can just pretty much do what you want because you've already built that.
With the democracy. You know.
The democracy.
Whatever. If the democracy wills it.
They control Order 66, and you're just you're following the orders. Good soldiers follow orders. So
follow orders.
Too soon.
Which is a good reminder. Boy, Bad Batch is in like 6 hours.
I know.
So, I know. Oh my gosh.
And we're all
stay up.
We're always in the watch party. I'm sure some people in the chat are in the watch party, so that's going to be exciting. I talked to Serp last night in DMs again at 3 a.m.
Every day.
Yeah, about what could happen. There's something I can't talk about it, but there's something that I don't want to have happen tonight. I want it delayed so I can make more content on it. I'm going into this one like I'm a game, like I just put money in a game, and I'm gonna be like, don't happen, because if it doesn't happen, I got 3 new videos I can make this week. And if it does happen, then those videos just get thrown in the trash. So we're praying for it. So
I hope it doesn't happen. I don't know what it is, but I hope it doesn't happen.
Nah, don't listen to this guy. I hope it happens.
You hope it happens? Okay. I have hope it doesn't happen. I hope it does.
With the Bad Batch, is there how do you like the Bad Batch, first of all? Are you loving it?
I've loved it so far. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
It's one of those stories, like even me, I take great pride in is knowing as much Star Wars as I can. Like I just want to read all the new books, all the new comics, and I can't even really predict where they're going to go with the next 12 episodes. So I'm like, what's going to happen? I have no idea. They could throw in so many characters that are still left out there in the wild. So I'm really excited. Every day, it's like the Game of Thrones every Sunday. It's like, what's going to happen now? So I'm back. It's got me reeled in. I take lunch break right at 2:00 and I just watch it. I'm so excited.
Question for you. Now that we're transitioning to Star Wars, what would you say got you into Star Wars? What inspired you to start be involved in Star Wars? Like, was it a childhood thing, favorite film?
So I watched it as a kid. My brother was more into it than me as a kid, but it wasn't a big thing at our house. It existed at our house and we had some Star Wars Legos. But I don't know if this is a cliche or not, but I actually started really getting into the Star Wars when my now husband, when we were dating, he has loved Star Wars his whole life. Everything back here, Millennium Falcon, all of that, that's his from when he was a kid. And so he really likes Star Wars and he's like, you are okay with Star Wars. Let's do a Star Wars marathon. So we spent a few good months watching through all of Star Wars chronologically, like Clone Wars and Rebels included and all of it. And I was hooked. After just the initial first, just rewatching the movies, the first few movies, I was like, I did not understand Star Wars as a kid. I realized I had no concept of what Star Wars was. I was one of those people that thought clone troopers and stormtroopers were the same thing. I didn't know the difference between the helmets. I didn't know what was going on. So it's really in the last few years that I have become super infatuated with Star Wars.
So you thought Mando and Boba were the same person?
It's all the same. Just kidding. I was into Star Wars by The Mandalorian.
Okay, I got you.
So I guess I just assumed, but I assumed wrong. You've never been to Star Wars Celebration, correct?
No.
Okay. Are you going to try to go next year?
If I can get tickets, I would love to get them.
Because I feel like, if you can get tickets there. So I already have tickets secured. So I get this little email or whatever. They're going to have more tickets available. Yes. And they're supposed to email people here soon, which it's a year out. So I imagine it's going to be very close. It's normally 2 to 3 weeks after. So say Celebration ended today, 2 weeks from today is when the next set of tickets go on sale for the next Celebration. So I'm assuming since it's a year out, about 2 or 3 more weeks is when it's going to go on sale. And
so keep an eye out.
Get that credit card ready because Celebration.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
With your TikTok, with your TikTok, with your cosplaying, I mean, that place is literally designed for someone like you. It would be perfect.
I know I'm going to my local con in Utah this September, and I am so excited because I made Marin and all those cosplays over quarantine. Like it's all new. So I'm so ready to finally take them out into the wild.
Salt Lake City has a really big con, and Mark Hamill's been there twice. So I'm
and
kind of
Ashley Epstein's coming this year.
Yeah, I'm
so excited.
So you'll definitely be able
spending the big bucks.
Those cons, like you'll be able to meet her easily. Like Celebration, the problem with Celebration is everyone's a Star Wars fan, so everyone's to go to Star Wars characters. But when you go to a normal con, you might have Walking Dead people, you'll have some Star Wars people, some Harry Potter or Marvel people. So you kind of have like a little mixture. So not everyone just flocks to Ashley or whatever. So you can kind of like you can get some more one-on-one time. So hopefully you'll have that opportunity. So that'd be amazing. And don't be afraid to ask her questions or like take a risk. Like when I met her in 2015, someone in front of me, the rules are strict, right? You autograph, no pictures, keep moving, move along, stormtroopers, move along. But this dude in front of me, because Ashley's such a nice person, he's like, hey, my daughter's having a birthday soon. Can you wish her a happy birthday? So she recorded a voicemail, told the security guard pretty much to back off. I'm going to do this. But don't be afraid. I mean, it's kind of like you are abusing her niceness, but at the same time, she wants to do it. She wants to do that stuff. And the security guards, I've seen many times where the celebrities will get mad at the security guards because they want to do something, and the security's like, no, that's against the rules.
You're not supposed to do that.
What's his name? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the dude. The main guy on the old X-Files, the main guy, he had a book, and my buddy, UT Toy fan, I don't know if you heard of him. If you haven't, you probably will soon.
Yes.
He went up with an autograph, and then he bought a book, and then the guy was like, I'm going to sign that book. And the security guard was like, no, he only paid for one autograph. He's like, he bought my book. I'm signing the book. He got mad at the security guard, made him leave. He signed UT's book and then like gave a picture and shook his hand and everything. Like the celebrities are genuinely nice people if they're going to go to a Comic-Con. So don't be afraid to take a risk when you go. And I think you're going to love it. It's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
I went off on a tangent. I get so super hyped.
Hey, rightfully so.
Fired up now.
Cons.
Yeah, cons. Yeah.
They're very exciting. They're my favorite.
People are going to be
family tradition.
It's like, hey, well, I need help with this Comic-Con and planning it out. I'm like, well, I can help you with that. So. What else do we need to cover? Is there anything about your streams that you just want to talk about? Do you have any events planned?
Not right now.
Just hitting that stream button, grinding.
We're just hitting the stream button. We have a community of thing for another Trilla stream, so those are fun. But
and when you play Trilla, you definitely play Fallen Order, correct?
No, we actually play Battlefront 2 with Trilla mod.
I was gonna say much better.
Because that's easier. And then I can play, usually it's play with the viewers. So I'll have them
I know you're a huge Ewok Hunt fan. You always play Ewok Hunt. Whenever I come by, it's always awesome.
I love Ewok Hunt because I think it's fun because it doesn't matter if you're necessarily good at the rest of the game, because sometimes it can get frustrating when you're against tryhards. And I'm not the best gamer ever. I do it more for the fun of it and the fact that it's Star Wars. So I like Ewok Hunt because it kind of puts everyone on the even playing field. And also it allows you to be in there with 20 people. My dream is to someday have the whole thing just be people I know, just a whole Ewok Hunt. That's everyone. We should do that. Vaders Fist Ewok Hunt.
We've done stuff like that before. We used to host events on Xbox, and we would go. We would call them the Supremacy Saturdays. We would do this in the fall and September. And I remember we would go on Xbox and we would wear all the same clone skins. And there would be 16 of us. There were 16 of us, or I think even it reached 18 or 19 one time. And we'd all wear the 41st Scout Battalion skins on Kashyyyk. And we all took a picture. It was the coolest thing ever. And we were all just charging in. I was like, there's no way we're doing a voice call. There's no way we're doing a voice call together. But we could play together. It was so much fun. So if we could do something like that, honestly, I wanted to do that for the Heroes Unleashed event, But the Heroes Unleashed event was so scattered. Like, was it going to be on May the 4th? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And it ended up lasting for like 3 days. Like, but well, we definitely could do something.
It was awesome.
Then we got in a group chat that night and then just started inviting everybody. So we basically
did it.
Somewhat did that a little bit, but it was so unexpected and not planned. I think it would have been worse if we planned it. Like, it just kind of happened.
We played for like 12 hours a day. And we just saw everyone online. Okay, you're invited. Whoever's online, just get in here. And we just ended up doing like a 20 stack on like crate. It was funny.
that was some of the funnest Battlefront I've ever had. And with no custom games, it's really, I think the next game for Twitch or like to really grow the community is a game where you can play consistent, fun custom games, because it allows everybody to play and be in one place. I know you can do that in Battlefront 2, but Kylo Marks does it every Friday, and it gets brutal. Like, I respect Kylo so much when he does these 4v4 Fridays, because you got to back out, go back in, and it gets really tough. In like Warzone, I mean, you can get a whole lobby. Like, that's what the next Star Wars game should definitely have. If it doesn't have custom games, I'm marching to EA myself. So.
We will riot.
Yeah. We take the whole. We'll take Vaders Fist.
I was actually interested in contacting modders, and I actually did. With custom lobbies for modders, but they told me it wouldn't work. It's impossible, because it would be literally impossible because of like the bandwidth and like recording a region and stuff like that. And it's actual like internet. And they couldn't do that, but I tried, and I was like, oh my gosh, can you just imagine? Like, one day we just wake up, by the way, custom lobbies. Like, I don't know, but be a dream come true. I mean, the matchmaking system, I mean, you can get it done. Like, you can look up tons of tutorials on it. It's really simple. It doesn't take long at all. But then again, it does take time if you get into the wrong servers or something, or someone's on Virginia and everyone else is on Oregon. It's a mess. So hopefully one day, we can only hope.
So here's the question that I ask everybody. YouTube, what are you doing?
I have a YouTube channel. I uploaded all of my VODs from Jedi Fallen Order to my YouTube, but I've not touched it since when I first played Jedi Fallen Order.
Do you have any future plans for YouTube, or what do you think when someone says YouTube? Is it just like, I'll get on it, or is it like, okay, I have to point it out and then I'll get after it?
I've thought about it, especially with like cosplay stuff. And like right now I'm doing a cosplay build that I've talked to some people that are here about, but I've not really told my whole community about yet. And I've been slowly filming that build. And so like, I'm going to put it on TikTok, but then it's like, maybe I should also put that whole thing on YouTube. And a lot of it is like, I have like TikTok compilations that I could put together and put on YouTube, And so like, it's something on my mind, or like how I make TikTok video tutorials kind of things, or things like that. I don't know. Like, it's on the mind. It's just like a matter of actually doing it.
Awesome. That one's going to be incredible.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work perfect. Honestly, I mean, we've been really discussing it a lot lately about offline content, because you can only stream, most streamers can stream every other day, maybe 3 hours a day, because all of us know, most of us have other jobs or family or other responsibilities, mow the yard, take care of the dog, whatever it is. You can't stream 24/7.
Yeah.
So your community needs a place to find you offline, and YouTube is, I think, the #1 place to go for offline content. You have TikTok, and that really works well for you. But I think YouTube in the long run, like even YouTube, if you have the right video, like say you have one video with the same numbers that your TikTok gets, you'll be making ad revenue money off that for months. So it could really start
on TikTok.
So yeah, that little on TikTok could maybe be something.
A little bit more.
But the thing with YouTube is, I told Heath this yesterday. It takes, like, I don't have it figured out. No, I don't know anyone that has it figured out right now. But if you do figure it out, it works, and you have to put in the hard work to do it.
Yes.
I've been at it. It's May 27th, so July, like right around my birthday, July 5th is right around when I started. Like maybe a week or two before that. So I've been at it for a year, and I've only had like 2 videos hit the algorithm. So I'm like, gosh, now when most people say, no, I'm not putting in a year's worth of work. Well, you could be somebody that does it for 3 months, and then that one video, you don't have to put in a year's worth of work. Then you can bank off that one video. We're all still waiting. I know Serp has had a few, but correct me if I'm wrong. Those few that hit it though, your sub count went way up. Right?
It was become a thing where it's like, okay, I uploaded a lot of YouTube content to start off, but the thing is with Battlefront 2, a lot of it's been done already. And there was one thing I noticed that no one did. We were just talking about it. No one did a custom matchmaking video. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do it. Like, no one's gonna do it. I'll do it. And it, it's last time I checked, it was 65,000 views, and that's the one that's carried all the way since August, September, all the way until now. And like, it's still like, I look at statistics because you have to look at YouTube statistics to see like how many people are watching on average. I noticed that 94.8% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, like little stuff like that. It's funny, but it's true. And I read those statistics, and even like today, like it's like a good amount of like it's carried on, and you never know what's going to be that video. I'm sure for you, when you had that one that reached over 500,000, you would have never thought it was that one. But like, you'll probably wake up with like 10 new followers, and you're like, how did this happen? Well, it was probably because of that one video. And one video on the algorithm can really set you up for like a good amount of time. Obviously you want to keep pushing and keep making new content because you want to have that next one that'll hit it. But you just never know. It's like a mystery game with it.
So if you watch a few big YouTubers, they'll do like a podcast, or they'll do an AMA, and you can get little every now and then you can get little tiny pieces of information that you can't get anywhere else. So Eckhart's he said one time that 5 of his videos consistently get him over $300 in ad revenue, and he has a most popular playlist. So just imagine that he has 900,000 subs, right? I mean, yeah, that's an insane amount. That's years of work. He's been doing it for like 5 to 6 years, maybe probably more. I don't know. But imagine that work that you did 3 or 4 years ago is still paying you $200 a month. So that's $800 a month. That's more than a part-time job right there, just for work that you put in. And every person, Serpent's partner, DC's partner, you're grinding to get there. Every person on the Vaders Fist is grinding to get there. If you don't try, you're only setting yourself up for future failure, I think. So, I mean, it could be there. And with your TikTok, who knows? I mean, so I don't like to say names, but I call him a Warzone streamer. He blew up on TikTok, which got him partner on Twitch, which got him 100,000 subs on YouTube. That's the exact transition. He went from TikTok to Twitch, because I was in his Twitch chat when he had 10 followers or 10 viewers, and he had like 10,000 TikTok followers, and then he grew on TikTok. He did a live video. He says, "Hey, I'm streaming on Twitch." He got like 300 viewers. Then they never left, so he kept streaming. He was in partner within 2 months. Then he pretty much told TikTok again to go follow his YouTube channel, and then he got 100,000 subs and got a plaque, and now his YouTube's blown up, and now he's focused on YouTube 100%. He's basically posting a TikTok every other day and a YouTube video every day, and then he streams in the morning from like 7 to 9. I'm like, he's set up now. And you, out of everyone that we know, you are the closest to that. So I beg you to get on the
get the grind. Just start uploading TikTok complications.
Yeah, I can't say the
complications. There are complications all the time with TikTok.
Kentucky people can't say contemplations. So So but yeah, definitely get to work. I know Dylan's working. I know there's a lot of people working on YouTube stuff. I'm so excited. Because if we all work on it, we all grow together, just like Twitch is. So get after it.
Got it.
Is there, sir, you got anything else, bud?
When are you live next? What's next for you this upcoming week?
Tomorrow. I'm live tomorrow. We're playing through the Battlefront 2 campaigns. We just finished the first one. We're going into the second one.
I'm about to flex. Serpent, are you ready for this? I'm an Iden max. What do you think about that? I'm max Iden. I love Iden's character is so like Janina needs to be in a live action. Iden, like why we not got
recording voice line, so you never know. Never know what it could be. Would you max Vader or no? I'm not talking to you. Oh, okay. Okay. What about Revan? Whatever happened to Revan?
Yeah, I'm max Revan. But man, I remember like. Iden's just sitting there on the PC ready to be max, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I have another one.
You don't have to do it again.
Have it in you. Don't have the gumption.
You did it once. You did it on Xbox. You don't have to do it again.
I did it on Xbox, and then I did it right after on PC, just grinding my Wednesdays away. So triple XP.
Yeah.
So you're live again tomorrow, sir. When are you live again?
Tomorrow.
And what game are you going to be playing?
I might play Battlefront tomorrow.
That's why I'm asking.
I might play Battlefront tomorrow. I don't know. It'll be either Sea of Thieves or Battlefront, whatever I feel like when I wake up. I was going to do it on Saturday, but we might be having a special guest on Saturday, and he's in the chat right now. So for Sea of Thieves, so possibly Battlefront tomorrow. We'll see.
I have a unique time tomorrow. We are streaming late at night, probably right after you, right when you're about to end, 7, 8. Maybe even 9. I'm going to stream for probably all the way up until midnight to 1 o'clock. So I'll always stream at 3 p.m. It's a nighttime stream. I'm going to be scared.
Warrior After Dark.
You have a
and I'm also streaming.
sounds?
We're gonna play Phasmophobia after Battlefront. Or I'm
gonna be scared. Like
gonna play.
Grogu might have to get some action in and protect me from whatever comes out.
Cuddle the Grogu.
Let's go.
Protected.
And then to the Bad Batch tonight. Everyone's going to be in the group
in 6 hours. 5 hours and 10 minutes. So let's go.
Go to Discord. And again, we have no leaks. Like we were just talking about this yesterday. There's no title leaks. There's no nothing. So no one knows what's going to happen tonight.
That's very true.
And a little part of me is like happy, but a little part of me is mad too, because I like little pieces of information so I can like figure out what's going to happen. But we're going in this completely blind. And I'm going to get really mad when I see that it's only like 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
So at midnight.
Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining us.
Of course.
Yes,
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here.
And make sure everyone that's here, make sure you guys are there tomorrow night when Ruth streams. What specific time?
I stream. I'm starting at 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time.
I think that's 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Could be wrong. Okay.
I believe so.
I always ask my my Google for things like that. I'm like, mountain time? Like, what the heck?
What is that?
What's cornfield time? Like, Jesus.
Yeah. I always get upset when Warrior brings in Central Time and Boba brings in Pacific Time. Because I'm like, just speaking normal people time, just speaking Eastern time. No, I'm just kidding.
When I say whenever he's asking me what time I'm streaming, I always try to reply in Eastern time.
No, you always do Central, and I'm like, I'm trying to do like a math equation in my head. I'm like, what?
Add one.
No, it's all math.
One. All you have to do is add 1 hour to whatever I say.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, guys, we appreciate it. Ruthless will be in your streams, of course. Vaders Fist will be there. We'll support, and we'll just keep doing our thing, and then keep growing this community. And hopefully, this time next year, we've tripled, quadrupled our community. Yes. We're all doing the thing. Other than that, may the force be with you always.